What's going on, everybody? Esco here. Today I have two news prepared for you, and no surprisingly, they are all about the coronavirus. I mean, come on, wherever you are in the world right now, when you when you turn on the TV, 90% of the time you will see something, the news about the coronavirus, right? So today I have two news. The first one, the two news actually all went viral, especially the first one. It happened in China. Let me play it for you. So it happened in Xi'an city of China. A foreigner, it looks like he's very angry. He threw, I assume, his phone very onto this health person very hard and cursed him out. It happened yesterday in Xi'an in a shopping mall. Now this is that this dude, I assume it looks to me like he's like from West Asia, Middle East, or he's like from South America. It could be, he could be also be from the North Africa, Egyptian. He's a little bit I think he's maybe like Spanish, considering his color or the way he talk, Spanish or like South America. But it doesn't matter where he's from. He's from abroad. What matters is that he's from abroad. So he now he didn't wear a mask, which in China right now, even though we don't have that many domestic coronavirus cases, all right. Most of the cases right now, like now the 10 are from abroad. So if I feel safer, but people still they wear a mask every time they go. So here this dude didn't wear it. So I think the security or this health personnel require him to wear one. He took a piss, cursed him out, and threw his phone harshly, onto him, right? So later, this dude was taken away by the police. Now the investigation is ongoing. Now that is the news earlier. The recent news is that it came from today. So the police, they gave a notice telling everybody, they gave him a administrative penalty. I think maybe it's like 5 or 10 days detain, and also they say that they require him to leave China within a specific time period. Now, after watching this news, I want to talk about two things. Number one, I still don't understand why America could have more cases than China. Like if you watch this website, America, Italy, now Spain. How many people they have in Spain? 50 million people. China has 20, 30 times more people than Spain, but right now they have more cases than China, and way more deaths than China. I thought like Spain and Italy are developed countries, but not developed in terms of the healthcare level, the medical level, all right. Also I'm surprised by how the sheer amount of cases in the U.S. U.S. being a country similar to China in terms of the size, but USA has like how many? 300 million people. China has 1.4 billion, so that makes like China has 4 times of people, right? More than the USA. And also you have to consider like USA is a developed country. They definitely have better equipment, and you can see from the death number, they have less deaths than China. But I don't think that the public is aware of the severity, the dire situation that they are in, because I saw like videos recently on about New York. Some people did a upload a video what's going on in New York. I still see people going out without a mask, and also the government. I think they failed. The government in the U.S. and probably in some Western countries, they fail to emphasize the importance of masks. I always heard the term like what's it called, distancing, Distan- distancing, you know, distancing. They want people to have like a distance between people, but you do know that this virus is very contingent, right? It could easily pass on to another person from air, from like if you touch a handle and someone else that has a disease within him touches the handle, it probably you will get it. So it doesn't. So keeping a long distance really doesn't help that much. You have to wear masks. Right now, China doesn't have a lot of cases, but everybody is still wearing a mask. Now, the difference between China and the West is that right now the government is basically sometimes ask people not to wear masks in the public. When you are driving, when you are on the e-bike, when you are on the bike, when you are jogging, you don't need to wear it, but still, many will do. But quite on the contrary, in the West, a lot of people do not wear masks. I think it could be because of culture. In the West, when you wear a mask, people will think like you are strange, you are sick. But in China, in Japan, in South Korea, it's okay even though you are healthy. Even before this epidemic, sometimes people wear masks, especially in Japan. It could also be a cultural thing. That's number one I want to say. Number two is that be careful what you say or do in China if you're a foreigner. Let's be honest, like, even if you don't act so crazily this time, when you are just walking, you have eyes, a lot of Chinese people eyes on you. If you look differently, especially in smaller cities, I think a lot of foreigners, they will agree with me on this. Especially considering right now, you threw a thing, you cause a thing over there. Even if somebody else, even if they don't film you, you will be caught by the cameras everywhere you go in China. You see cameras, and this is not just for foreigners. I have another news. The second news is about a Chinese. Now this person is a female. He is a student studying abroad. He sent something on Weibo, which is a Chinese website. All right. So he complained about China on this coronavirus thing. So a lot of netizens, some of the netizens here are very pro China. They reported him, they reported her to his university. So let's see what she said. Now this post, she said that anyway, Chinese people like to think about having a hard time as a virtue, a merit. How come Chinese are so cheap? Now she is complaining about the quarantine situation. He's probably worried about if he came into if she comes to China. She's worried about being quarantined. He's worried about being, living in a now so convenient life. So she said that as a student overseas, I do not want to go home. I rarely don't put the collective interest in front of my own interest. I feel like coming to China is like a prisoner. I probably will be stuck in the airport for more than 10 hours. I probably will be sent into a quarantine place in a shitty hotel with dirty water for 14 days. The food safety is an issue. I'm living like in the West living in a small villa in the suburb. I have I have unlimited egg and meat. Everybody is following the rules here. I'm good. So that is what she said. But Chinese netizens, like I said, many of them are very nationalistic. Like they are very pro China. They think like, no, you can't just trash our homeland. So they report him. Now the university, they followed. They say that we will investigate. So probably she definitely she will have some difficult time. Maybe like they will revoke his identity as a they will call her back. So that is what I'm saying. Like, it is not just to the foreigners. Chinese, it's more. When you go to the street, you have eyes everywhere. You have camera everywhere. When you are at home, when you say something online, even whether it's on Chinese social media or foreign media, or like even Twitter, YouTube, you have eyes. So my suggestion is to people like if you have a problem with China, even though it's a minor problem, you be careful what you say, because probably this will be the last thing you say in China. I have like seen news like this before. I have seen real cases about this before with my own eyes. So especially right now, it is sensitive time. We call it 非常时期. We call it extraordinary time. What it means that the police, they will be very harsh. When Chinese people, they don't follow the rules, when they break through when they stop you, you don't stop at the checkpoint, you will have a harsh punishment. That is what we call extraordinary time. Same goes to the foreigners. So also you have to be careful with what you say online. The government is very sensitive They are worried about the unrest. It's like every year, every few years there was a some period of the year that we call it extraordinary time 非常时期. One is during the spring. They have very high level meeting in Beijing. That sometimes also in the anniversary of the Tiananmen Square. It's also very sensitive period. So and also right now. So all these periods of time you will see, it is harder to get past the Great Firewall of China, is because the government they are building up the firewall, the land, the wall. So be careful what you say. And also, I don't think people should be having such a problem with China, considering right now China is doing a great job containing the spread of the virus. Even though at the beginning it seemed to me like the government is a little bit slow in identifying it or let people knowing about it, but after that the government is like many other governments, like the South Korea government and also the Taiwan, I have to say region government, like these many Asian governments, they are doing quite a good job in battling, in confronting this virus, whereas some Western countries, they are not prepared, especially America. I don't want to trash America, but America does have 3 weeks preparation time, all right? 3 weeks lead time to confront this. But the Trump administration, they underestimate the severity of this issue. And probably another reason is that the administration, they value the economy over the safety of people. Trump said, like a few earlier days ago, Trump said that he hoped that the coronavirus will be over before the Easter, and after the Easter the economy will be back into normal. No, that's too optimistic. That's not scientific. You have to do it. You have to do scientifically. You have to follow the advice of the health experts, the doctors. Earlier, like 1 month ago, China, we have very, very well enforced lockdown for like 7 days, 14 days. So right now we don't have this this coronavirus spreading uncontrollably. That is because we had a very tough time 1 month ago. So now the table turns. I think the West should also do it strictly, like what China and some other countries have been doing. So thanks for watching. That is my 2 cents about this. I'm out.